Hey guys, welcome back to the 411 Mamas. This is Chrissy, and today I just wanted to have a discussion about where me and my son are at with potty training. A little background, he is going to be 3 years old in May, and I just wanted to first say that potty training for us has been a battle. So this has been ongoing since probably about a year old. Now, obviously not straight all the way through, but 1 year old was when I literally first put him on the potty, and we just had setback after setback. So for those of you out there that have a difficult potty trainer, this video is for you. So I'm going to basically tell you what worked with my child, but you can take little tips and tricks from this, or you can just, go your own way with whatever works. But this is what we went through in our process. So first off, and number one, if you have a difficult potty trainer, you're probably out there researching on the internet, asking people, what did you do to potty train your child? And while tips and tricks are great, please take them with a grain of salt, because every single child is so different when it comes to potty training that, one method is not going to work for everybody. So all of those potty train your child in 3 days solutions, just, put that to the side and disregard it. Find out what works for your child, what motivates them to do something. I mean, if you have to bribe them to go to the potty, then freaking bribe them to go to the potty. If they like stickers, give them a sticker. If they, don't think that you are above bribery at this point. Go and buy a potty with your child. Go and buy underwear with your child. Get their favorite character. This is going to make them just that little bit more excited to get started. And also it will mentally prepare them that they are going to have to soon go potty. So with Max, as far as potty training goes, I wasn't even going to start potty training. What I said to myself was that I was going to do 30 minutes a day with him in underwear. That was my goal, and that was all that I set out to do at that point. If you set yourself and your child a small goal, like 30 minutes a day, all of a sudden, well, in my head anyways, it became more manageable as a starting point, rather than saying, okay, today I'm gonna start potty training you and, no more diapers. 30 minutes a day is doable. What I started doing was I started setting a timer, and so every 10 minutes I would ask him to go to the potty, and I called it the potty game. So every time you hear the beep, it's potty time, and every time the timer would beep, we would both yell potty time, and we would go to the potty. Now, at first he peed every single time we went to the potty, and sometimes in between. That seems absurd because, it's only 10-minute intervals. But whenever you're going from diapers to underwear, sometimes your kid doesn't know that pee signal, the feeling of it. So they really need to learn biologically, what the signals are for when they need to go pee. And this takes time. There's no way to rush that. By doing it 30 minutes a day and in small intervals, I think that they get just that little chance to kind of discover what that feeling is like. So for about the first week, we did the 30 minutes with the timer, and of course there was a lot of accidents, but 30 minutes is manageable. It didn't really bother me too much. I told him every time he had an accident that he shouldn't do that. Tried not to scold him for it because I didn't want to turn him off of potty training altogether and just, go right back to the beginning. And again, I wasn't fully going to potty train him, but what I noticed after about a week of time was that when the timer would go off, he would tell me that he didn't have to pee. So I was like, okay. And of course there was accidents. I couldn't fully trust him on that, but I let him almost start to choose when he would go pee. So if the 10-minute timer went off and he said, "Mommy, I don't have to go pee," I would set another timer. And so maybe at the second timer, he would have to go then, or he would have an accident in between. But anyways, this was like a major breakthrough kind of, because he was starting to realize that he had to go or that he didn't have to go, which was big. And that's kind of what pushed me forward in full force potty training him. Now, usually when it comes to pooping on the potty, that is kind of a whole different ball game. So at first, if you're doing like the 30 minutes a day, they're probably going to choose to poop on, you know, the off time. But when you slowly stretch out that 30 minutes and you make it longer and longer, and they're getting used to peeing on the potty, eventually they're going to have to poop, they're going to have underwear on. So it's either they're going to have accidents in their underwear, which did happen with us, or you're going to catch them at that time when you know that they have to poop, and you're going to put them on the potty and try and get them to do it. Max was definitely afraid of pooping at first, and then, and I don't know if this worked in our favor or not, but he had some sort of a virus thing going on at this time, and he actually had diarrhea, and he pooped so much in one day. And I think it really helped actually, because a lot of those times he was going to the potty and he was like, "I have to poop again, I have to poop again." And he was like pooping a bunch of times and going to the potty, and it got him used to that feeling. Now, if he didn't have that whole episode, I know that we could have still done it, because it's just all about, you know, taking that 30-minute time and expanding until all the time they're in underwear, so eventually they do have to poop. And then you just, you know, gradually get them comfortable with doing so. And again, that takes time. One thing that I would suggest is trying to, you know, if you're gonna full force potty train, picking a week where you don't have much going on, because going out in public, at first we would put a pull-up on him, but then I thought that that was kind of counterproductive, and he really had to learn, you know, to let us know whenever we're out in public that he has to go. And it was a very smooth transition. Be prepared for accidents and bring extra clothes with you if you're going anywhere, but always ask them to go pee before you leave and while you're out, and then when you get back home, and you can hopefully minimize those accidents. And we've been very successful with that as soon as we stop using the pull-ups, because again, pull-ups are a little bit counterproductive. They feel just like a diaper, they're no different. We are still currently doing pull-ups at nap time and at night time, but he's starting to refuse his pull-up at nap time, so I might start to, you know, venture into that territory of nap times with just underwear. But we're taking it slow. It's definitely not something that I'm feeling the need to rush at this point. Another transition that we have not done yet is him peeing and pooping on the big toilet. He is very comfortable with his potty, and I'm not rocking the boat with that. So I'm absolutely fine with him using the potty now. And again, since I'm taking it slowly, eventually someday we will transition into toilet territory. So I don't know if I had any revolutionary tips or tricks or any magic for you. I just wanted to tell you what we were doing so you can kind of gauge your process through that. And also I wanted to let you know that if you have a difficult potty trainer, you're not alone. This is something that we have struggled with for a while, and something that he was very resistant to. So with that being said, I kind of adapted it, you know, the way that we felt comfortable doing it, which was starting out with very short time periods of doing it, and gradually he just got more confident. Hopefully you can try that and it might work in your situation. If you have any other questions, or if there's anything that I have not covered, which is possible because I'm totally winging this video right now, please comment below, ask me. And that's about it for this video. Love all of you. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, follow us on social media, and connect with us. and I will see you next time in the next video. Bye!